It is absolutely pissing it down outside. I hate that. I really hate that. It's April. It's late April. It's about to be May. This is when it's gonna be May. I really didn't mean that. Yesterday, I met Dave Bautista. That's what I'm doing with my life. I was at screening for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's very, very good, by the way. Proper funny. Like, I belly laughed over and over and over again. It's funnier than most films that are marketed as comedies these days. And I don't mean to sound Statler and Waldorf grumpy old man, but comedy is so hard to do right. And so for them to take this massive, big budget, huge, giant Marvel movie, get the action right, get the tension right, and get the comedy right, and actually have a bit where you're in your big final climactic scene. That's the technical film term. It's just what we in the industry call it. For them to like take that scene and then punctuate it with some proper belly laughs, but still maintain the level of really masterful, really well done. I'm excited to see it again. But it was at the YouTube space, and it was like, there are gonna be some special guests. Who will that be? And we went, and it was the cast. That's quite special. And I don't do particularly well meeting famous people. I tend to just sort of freeze up, which is ridiculous because they are just other humans. Like, I am one human interacting with another human. But for some reason, them being in a film or me liking their work makes me a little bit want to just sort of crumble. I don't have problems meeting other humans, but when they are famous humans, Chris Pratt was there, Zoe Saldana was there, Kurt Russell was there. Kurt Russell, like actual legend. We're in this little room in the YouTube space and everyone's sort of floating around, everyone's being perfectly lovely, but there was one guy I wanted to meet, Dave Bautista. You know I'm a massive wrestling fan. The first WrestleMania I ever stayed up all night to watch was WrestleMania 21, when Dave Bautista won the World Heavyweight Championship from Triple H. I remember watching his debut match when he was Deacon Batista, and suddenly there he is, in the room, looking all frankly massive. If I were to headbutt his shoulder, I would knock myself out. In all likelihood, I'd also sort of ricochet backwards through 3 walls. He's massive. So inevitably, I go over and I start sort of just babbling. I'm like, oh, I'm a big fan, and thank you for everything that you've done in WWE. It really means a lot. A huge... Can I have a picture? And he was like, yeah, dude. So we took a picture, and he put his arm around me. It's a massive arm. And as Jack was taking the pictures, I had a second to calm down, and that's when I sort of was like, right, other humans, we can have an interaction. So I just told him how much his work as a wrestler had meant to me and how grateful I was, and I made him laugh. And then he said it was nice to meet me, and then he left. That was very nice. They say don't meet your idols. I agree with that, not because I think your idols are going to be assholes, but mainly because the likelihood is that I will vomit on them. I can't meet Janet. I can't meet her because it won't go well. It won't go well. And then she'll think of me as that guy who accidentally spat in her eyeball. I met Nigella Lawson once. Waterstones had a stall at this lifestyle convention, and writers came and sort of signed their books and stuff, and Nigella was one of them. And at the end of the queue, she was like, is that everything? And I was like, yeah, it is everything, but I don't suppose you'd be able to sign my book for me. And she was like, of course I would. What's your name? And I said, Dan. And she goes, is that spelt in the traditional fashion? And I was like, she just did comedy and then gave me the eye. That's like peak Nigella. And now I have a book that says, for Dan with love, Nigella. So for a second, she knew my name. The other thing is, when you leave these celebrities, they're going to forget you. Odds are they meet so many people on a daily basis, especially when they've just done a signing, that your interaction with them, while pleasant, isn't going to imprint on their memory. It might do, but in the unlikely event that I meet Bautista again, and I'm like, oh, we actually met at the Guardians of the Galaxy screening at the YouTube space in London, he's going to go, right. So I want to train my brain to remind myself that these people, while I appreciate them so much and all the work that they've done that has had a huge impact on my life, these people are just humans, and unless I punch them in the face or accidentally stand on their children, they're not gonna hate me. That's the lesson we've learned today. Celebrities are other humans. If you want more backup that celebrities are humans too, here's a story. I once served Barry from EastEnders when I worked at our local video game store. I sold him High School Musical SingStar. Tell me anything more basic human than that.